Hey, what's going on, guys? So yesterday I saw Uncharted. Yep, the UK got this a week early.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, so I saw Uncharted and it was okay.
What?
I wouldn't say it's bad, I just thought it was just pretty average, it just wasn't anything special to me, but it could have been way worse. Uncharted is based on the video game series of the same name, and obviously it does not live up to the quality of those amazing games. This film is directed by Ruben Friesca after like 5 different directors left the project for creative differences.
Oh, wow.
He's mostly known for the Zombieland films, which are pretty good, and he also did Venom, which was not good. This is also PlayStation Productions' first film based on one of their IPs, so expect more PlayStation films to be coming. So as for the story, it's about a young Nathan Drake whose brother disappeared when he was a kid, and he works as a bartender. He's recruited by con artist Sully, played by Mark Wahlberg, in a global adventure to find a fortune that was said to be lost 500 years ago. So yeah, standard Uncharted plot, that's all we need. Alright, so I want to talk about the cast of this film. So before watching this, the main thing that worried me about this film was the casting. I mean, Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Sully.
What?
See, the thing is, from the start, the studio wanted this film to have Nathan and Sully be younger. I guess so they can make this a long-running franchise with the characters, which I guess I can understand from a business perspective. Even though personally, I would have just preferred if they just cast people closer to the actual age of the characters in the games. But yeah, whatever. So what we have here is a young Nathan Drake and a young Sully. Let's talk about Tom Holland as Drake. As a young Nathan Drake, he at least put in the effort and he tried. He does have some of the mannerisms that Drake has in the games.
I think you're a comedian, dear sunshine.
Okay, I got it. Sex on the beach.
However, in this film, I just think he was a little bit too naive and nice. Like, even someone in the film comments that he's too nice. I don't know, I think a little bit of Tom Holland's Spider-Man crept in here a little bit, and it's very noticeable at times. I mean, Nathan Drake in the games, yeah, he's likable, but he was also still cocky.
Sorry.
And he definitely wasn't that naive, not even young Nathan Drake in the video games was like that. But you know what, I can forgive it because it is a young Nathan Drake in his early years and is supposed to be inexperienced, so for now I will give it a pass. But at the end of the day, I did buy Tom Holland as a young Nathan Drake. I just hope that he will grow more like the character in the next movie. Now let's talk about Mark Wahlberg as Sully, who I did not buy as Sully or even a young Sully at all. At least Tom brought some of the mannerisms of Drake into his character, so you can believe, okay, yeah, this is a young Nathan Drake. Mark Wahlberg is just playing himself once again.
What?
Except now he's just like a complete douchebag now. I mean, fam, Victor Sullivan in the video games, yeah, he mocks Jake, but it was never like in a mean way or anything. He has a deep, rough voice, always biting on a cigar, and he's protective of Nathan Drake. Even young Sully in the video games, he was looking out for Nathan Drake. He was the guy who gave Drake advice. He was the voice of reason when Drake gets carried away. Literally none of those aspects of Sully are here. The only thing this Sully has going for are the back and forth quips that he does have with Drake at times, which I did think was nice, but that's really it. Here, Sully is just a guy who wants his gold and literally does not care about anyone unless they help him get his gold.
What an asshole!
Like, fam, he's actually just a twat in the movie for like no reason. And you don't even really like him by the end of the film. So yeah, I can get behind Tom, but I'm sorry, Mark does not fit this character at all. Like, it would have just worked better if it was just a new character. But what's more annoying is that they did lean more into the game Sully in the after credit scene. It's like, fam, you couldn't have this in the movie itself. It's like, whatever. As for the other characters, you have Chloe Fraser, played by Sophia Ali, who was pretty good in the movie. I actually bought her as Chloe from the games. She was a good addition to the movie, as you're never really sure if she's trustworthy or not, and she kept the characters on their toes, so I liked her. Antonio Banderas plays Santiago Bacada, who, I'll be honest, was actually kind of wasted in the film. Like, he's supposed to be the main villain, but he really didn't do that much. He never really felt like an actual threat to the main heroes except for like one scene in the film. Honestly, his subordinate Braddock, played by Tati Gabrielle, felt more like the main villain than Antonio Banderas, because, she's really the one doing all the dirty work. Another problem that I had with the film is that it felt a little bit too clean, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a very safe film. A lot of the times when someone gets shot or stabbed, they always felt the need to cut away. Like, I know it's a 12A/PG-13, but I've seen films with the same rating that went harder than this. Also, I feel like it could have been paced a little bit better as well. Again, this kind of goes back to the bad guys with Sancio Mercado. I just didn't get a sense of urgency from this guy, really. The action set pieces in the film were good, and they were the parts that felt most like Uncharted to me. I mean, that plane fight scene is taken straight from Uncharted 3, and that was great, even though it is unrealistic.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
You can bet that when they do more Uncharted movies, they'll be taking more famous scenes from the games. Like, come on, at some point, they gotta do the train climb from Uncharted 2. I'd love to see that on the big screen. There was also a lot of inspiration taken from Uncharted 4 when it came to Nathan and his brother Sam, which was nice, and the last act of the film was the best part, as that was where the movie really began to feel like Uncharted. But yeah guys, overall, besides the Uncharted-esque set pieces of the film, it is pretty run-of-the-mill. Will probably be a good film to see when it comes on streaming. It could have been worse, but at the same time, it just could have been much better. If you're actually not really familiar with the games, you would probably like this a lot more. If you have played the games, you'll probably like it a lot less. It's obvious that this was supposed to be a setup movie for these characters, so I expect in the next movie, they will lean more into their video game counterparts. I just hope that they just improve this in the future films. But yeah, that has been my review on Uncharted. Make sure to follow me on Letterboxd to keep up to date with other films that I see, link in the description. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell. Have a good day, and God bless.